I'm literally so fucking stupid because it's literally 30 degrees and I'm wearing a jumper. 30 degrees Celsius, by the way, not Fahrenheit. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about the upcoming releases of 2026 that I am most excited for. And I do want to say that all of these are fantasy, which is like very on brand for me because I'm a fantasy girly. And yeah, so I couldn't find any romance releases that I'm super excited for, and I couldn't find any other genre releases that I am excited for, so we are going to focus on the fantasy releases that I'm excited for. And I'm super excited for this video. I will be using my iPad as my information because once again filming on my phone. So yeah, so we're gonna get this started, and we have a little bit of a different backdrop today. We have one of my bookshelves and my window and a fence because my bedroom's next to a fence. I live near a freeway, that's why the freeway's like right there. So anyway, this intro is gonna be so long if I keep yapping, so let's get into it. We're gonna use my iPad for the information like I already told you, and yeah, let's get this started and talk about the releases that I'm excited for in 2026. Okay, now I made this list, and some of these series I actually haven't read the first one, but I'm excited for the second one so I can then read the first one, you know what I mean, because I've had the first one for a while in a series. First, my most anticipated release, probably my most anticipated release out of any of these, is Starside by Alex Aster. I'm so excited. I wish I got one of the UK arcs. I wish I could show you and tell you I got one, but I don't. And I'm very jealous of all the people who did. You're very lucky, but I did not get one, so I was very sad. But Starside is coming out on March 31st, so it's not long. I'll probably buy it and I might take it with me when I go on holiday because I'm going away for 2 weeks, so I have to pre-film videos for you guys because I'll be away for 2 weeks. That's 2 videos. Yeah, so Starside is my first release. Starside, basically, I have the book description in front of me because I have Goodreads on my iPad, but basically in Starside, swords are like magic. Swords wield magic and power is not inherited but claimed. Hundreds of years ago, a brutal war split a land in two. Starside is the realm of the magic and immortals, the descendants of the gods, and Stormside is where the mortals fight for scraps of that magic. So it's very similar to Lightlark, and lots of people are like saying they don't want to read it because it sounds so similar to Lightlark, and I'm like, that makes sense though because it's the same author. So I'm super duper excited. I know my mom's gonna be super duper excited for this one too because she just finished the whole Lilac series at the end of last year, and because she had to wait for me to read Crown Tide, but she is obsessed. Lilac is her favorite series ever, and she's read so many series now off my bookshelf, but Lilac is her favorite, so she is gonna be really excited for Starside as well. But I get to read it first. I'm so excited, and it's gonna be so good, and I already know it's gonna be good, so I'm super duper excited for Starside. And it's not long, like it's only like a month and a bit, so I'll probably buy the book before I go away, and then I will read it when I'm away. But I'm taking my Kindle with me, so I don't know, but we'll see because like it just sounds so good. I'm so excited. This is my most, like last year Onyx Storm was my most anticipated release, and that came out at the start of the year too. It lived up to its name because it was so good, but it also destroyed me. So I think Starside is going to do the same. I don't know how many books are going to be in this series, but I know it's an adult romantasy, and I'm very excited to see Alex Aster take on adult romantasies, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, okay, the next most anticipated release that I'm excited for, I have the first one sitting behind me actually. The first one came out last year, and that is the new Shadow Me series. The second one, Release Me, is coming out April 7th, so I'll be away when that book comes out. I'm away from the 3rd to the 15th of April, so I will be away when Release Me comes out, so I will probably buy it when I get back. But yeah, I enjoyed the first one. The first one was really good. I also did bedazzle it that focuses on the book and not my face. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4 stars because I loved being back in this world. I haven't read Shadow Me in ages, so being back was so good, and I love James, I love him. So yeah, I love this book. It was really good, so I'm super duper excited for book 2, but it was missing something. The ending felt flat. That's why I didn't give it 5 stars. Otherwise it would have been a 5-star because it was really good, but the ending just felt flat. If you guys don't know, I'm obsessed with Aaron Warner. Let me get proof, okay? Let me get the proof of how obsessed I am with him. If you guys have watched my other videos, then you will have seen the Aaron Warner pillow. I got him for Christmas like 2 years ago, like ages ago, when I first read the Shadow Me series, and I love him, you know. But I'm super duper excited for Release Me, and I'm really excited. Spoilers for Watch Me. If you don't want spoilers, just skip to this point. Jenna editing will put it, but I warned you. I'm super excited to see Julia and Aaron as parents. I'm so excited. I swear, if anything goes wrong with Juliet's pregnancy, Tahira, I am coming for you, because you don't understand. Like, no, I can't. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. I cannot take anything happening to my babies and to their baby. So okay, the next book I'm excited for, I have not read the first one, but I have the first one. But I don't want to read the first one until the second one's out. But then I discovered it was a trilogy, and I was like, oh, well, so there's no point in me doing that. But I'm still going to wait until the second one's out so I can read the first and then the second, and I just have to wait for the third. And that is A Forsaken Prophecy by Stacey McEwen. So I have the first one. I have A Forbidden Alchemy. Haven't read it. It's over on that shelf. I'm not grabbing it. But this is what it looks like, if you're wondering. But she's an Aussie author. I'm Australian. Supporting Aussie authors forever. But I'm super duper excited to read this one because I've heard good things about it, and also I love her. She's such an icon. I love her. She's so funny. So I'm like, well, if she's this funny, then surely her books are good too. So I'm super excited. So I'm putting this one on here because I'm excited to read the first one, so then I'm excited to read the second one, you know what I mean? So that one's expected on July 14th 2026. So that's a while. It's halfway through the year, just after my birthday, so I won't be able to get it for my birthday Saturday. I have to wait. So I have to either buy it myself or I will have to wait until Christmas, which is not going to be possible. So, you know, I have been eyeing it for a while and I really want to read it. So I'm hoping I get around to it in July when the second one comes out, and then I'll probably read it as part of like my July or August TBR maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I actually don't know what it's about, and I don't want to read the blurb of this because I haven't read the first one. I know that's like, I know there's like different types of magic, different types of power, and they're like they have a certain skill, I think. So like they have a certain type of skill that they each have. It's a romantasy. I think it's adult. Is it adult? Let me find out, because this will tell me. Yeah, it's adult. Okay, it's an adult romantasy. That doesn't bother me in the slightest at all. Like I'm fine with adult romantasies. I'm an adult, so it's like I've been reading adult romantasies since I was 14. Like, it's no big deal. So I don't really care for if it's adult or young adult, but I do prefer young adult. Young adult just is something else. It's why I write it. So yeah, I'm super duper excited for this one. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's like they're divided into classes, if you will, like classes, like society classes, and like they have different types of magic that's like their magic. So like I'm trying to think of like what could be similar. I don't know, but I'm excited for it, and I put it on here because why not? Okay, my next one is an indie published romantasy. No, it's not romantasy, it's a high fantasy with romance as a subplot. Yes, I'm correct. And that is The Truth of the Light by Laura Carter. Me and Laura are friends on TikTok, and I actually have her series here. I've read this one. I've read the first one, but I haven't read the other two, but I'm going to read them this year. Okay, I will. And on my TBR for this year, they were part of my 26 for 26, and I'm gonna read these two. I think this one comes out this month. Yeah, this one comes out on the 27th of February, so it's really soon. So I'm not gonna read them before the fourth one comes out, but when the fourth one comes out, I'll buy it and then I'll read the second, third and fourth, and then the fifth one's coming out later this year, I'm pretty sure. It's an adult fantasy, so when the romance is there, it's like adult romance, because they're like, I think the characters are in their 20s, I want to say. I can't remember. I read it back in like September, I think, maybe October last year. But I'm super duper excited to read the second one, and I'm super duper excited for the fourth one because I genuinely loved it. Like, the world building was so good and the plot was so good, and it was just such a nice story, and it was so different to other fantasies I've read because it was an indie author, like, you know, indie author. So like, indie authors just, I don't know, indie authors just do it better. Nothing against like traditionally published authors, like, your books are amazing, I love them, but indie authors just have something that, like, they have something that drives them to write this beautiful story. Like, I'm reading an indie author series at the moment, right? And I read the first one in a whole day. I started it on Monday morning, finished it Monday evening. Then I started the second one last night, and I'm already halfway through. I'm going to finish it later after I finish filming this video, and then I'm going to buy the third one on my Kindle and read the third one, and then that's the whole series. Well, I'm pretty sure there might be another one, but indie authors just have something in their books that just makes it more enticing to me. Like, it's, I don't know how to explain it, especially young adult. If you're a young adult and you're an indie author, that just draws me in. It draws me in. I write young adult, I'm an indie author. It just draws me in because it's so good, and like, it's just so different to like what you would get in a traditionally published one. And I don't know why, because I still love traditionally published, as you can see, but it's just something about indie authors because I think, you know, they're doing it all themselves, and I can relate to them as an indie author myself. So it's like they're doing it all themselves, all the promoting, all the marketing, like the cover, the maps, the story, like the editing, it's all them, and it's just crazy to know that I'm part of that, you know what I mean? So I really just love indie authors, so I'm super duper excited to read this one. Like, and she's from the UK as well. She's English, and no, she's Scottish, I think. Yeah, she's Scottish. Me too. And yeah, I'm super excited for it. And she's commented in like my videos before when I've mentioned her book, and I'm like, I literally love your book, it was so good, I really enjoyed it, and people need to go read it because it was so good. So yeah, Truth of the Light, 27th of February, so very soon, and I will be buying it so then I can read it soon. Okay, number 5. Are we on number 5? I think. I don't know. I just put, yeah. Anyway, number 5 most anticipated release that I'm excited for is Adversary to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Meyer. Once again, I have the series here. I have most of these series on the shelf. This is so helpful. I have the series here, the first 3. It was meant to be a trilogy, but she's extended it, but I definitely think it needs to be extended because it's still so incomplete. Like, it just doesn't feel finished. So I think there's meant to be 5 books, I'm pretty sure, and this is number 4. Adversary to the Villain is the 4th book in the Assistant to the Villain series. If you have not read Assistant to the Villain, it is basically like a rom-com but in a fantasy world, and it's so good, and it's found family, enemies to lovers. Literally, the like plot is in the title. She is the assistant to the villain. That's his name, the villain. But I love this series with my whole heart. My mum loves it too. My mum, like, Tristan's probably her favorite book boyfriend. Like, Lilac is her favorite series, but Tristan Mavrain is her favorite book boyfriend. She loves him, and I'm super excited for this one, especially the way the third one ended. The third one ended so insanely, like, the plot twist was crazy. I was like I don't even, oh my god, I was in shock. Like, when I tell you I was in shock at the end of this book, I literally was. I was like, the fuck you mean? So, and the epilogue shocked me too. The only thing I don't like about these books, and it has nothing to do with the story, the font is tiny. I struggle to read that. My mum struggles to read that. She hates that. Like, she prefers a big font book, and I just discovered recently that you can get books in a larger font. That's what my mum needs. Anyway, but yeah, so Adversary to the Villain, I'm super duper excited. I don't want to like say what it's about because it's the 4th book in a series, so it will very heavily spoil for all of you, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, my lighting just fucked. Thanks. I'm super duper excited for this one, and the cover is gorgeous. If you can see it, the cover is gorgeous and I love it. And the special edition of it is gonna have pink sprayed edges, but none of my other ones have sprayed edges, so I don't want to get it because like it's not gonna match. So I will be getting that on release day. Oh, did I say the release date? I don't think I said the release date this whole time. 4th of August 2026, so a while. And I've been waiting since August 5th last year, so she makes us wait a year, because I remember getting Citizen to Villain, then waiting a year for Apprentice to the Villain, and then waiting another year for Accomplice to the Villain, and now waiting another year to Adversary for the Villain. So, but no, I am very excited for this one. So 4th of August, so I've still got a little while to go, but I'm probably going to do a reread of all the other 3 before I read the 4th one, because I don't remember what happened in those, except the plot twist at the end of the 3rd one, because that lives and haunts my nightmares. Okay, the next one is once again one that I haven't read the first one, but I have the first one. I have the first one on my shelf. I bought it like last week actually, and I read the back and I was like, yes. So that is The Rose Bargain. So the anticipated release I'm excited for is The Thorn Queen by Sasha Payton Smith, and that one is coming out on the 14th of April. So it's coming out once again whilst I'm away. I thought it was coming out in March, so I'm not gonna be able to do my plan I had, which was buy it and read it on holiday, and read Rose Bargain on holiday. So screw that plan, screw that. So basically The Rose Bargain is about, it's like Bridgerton but fantasy. That's as best as I can describe it. It's basically, it's a debutante, but it's set in a fantasy style England. So it's still England, but it's like they have a fae queen, there's fae, there's magic, and it's, oh, it just sounds so good. So I bought it the other day when I was at the shops with my mum, and I am very excited to read it, and my mum's very excited to read it because we both love Bridgerton. So she's gonna read it after I do, and then the second one's gonna come out in April. So then I'll read the first one, and I'll read the second one, and then she reads the first one and she reads the second one. But I'm super duper excited for it because it genuinely sounds really good. I don't want to read the blurb. Here we go. I'm just gonna say it's basically Bridgerton, The Selection, and The Cruel Prince in one, set in a Victorian era England, just like Bridgerton. And also just because, have you seen the cover of The Rose Bargain? It's gorgeous. The one I have is gold foiling on both the spine and the cover, and I picked it up and I was like, this is coming home with me. I was like, no, she's coming home with me, she's gonna be mine now, she's gonna live on my shelf. So I have a beautiful gold spine Rose Bargain over there on my other shelf. Okay, my next one doesn't have a cover, doesn't have a title, but it does have a like an expected release date, like a, you know, one that's like not 100% set, and that is the 5th This Woven Kingdom book by Tahira Murphy. Once again, I don't have a cover for you guys, so I'm just gonna put the name of it. Well, it doesn't have a name either, so I can't even put a name of it. It's just gonna say This Woven Kingdom 5, and it's expected on the 31st of August this year. The way the last book left me, I'm having war flashbacks, okay, because every Spiral of Fate was so good. I read This Woven Kingdom and These Infinite Threads in July when I was away in Gold Coast, and it took me so long to read them just because I was away, like not because I wasn't enjoying them, just because I was away and I didn't have enough time to read. But I'm still shocked that the first one happened over a few days, and the second, even crazier, the second book, These Infinite Threads, the whole book happened over one day. One day. It happened all over one day. I was shocked when I realized that, because I got to the end of the book and it mentioned oh, I only stole you from him last night, and I'm like, what do you mean last night? Hasn't it been like weeks or something? No, the whole book happened in one day. I was shocked because the amount of, like, it's a decent sized book, it's like this big, it's over there so I can't go, but it's like that big. So I was like, how the hell do you make a whole book happen over a day? I was in shock. I just love it. I love it, and I love them. They're like literally, and it has the slowest slow burn like to ever exist. Guys, we are on book 5 now that's coming out, right? They still have not kissed. They still have not kissed, and it has been 4 books. No, okay, I need to go get the series just so I can show you like how long this series is, and they haven't kissed, okay? Like, give me a moment. This is how long the series is. This is the 4 books. This is how long this series is. They have not kissed. They have not kissed in this. So I don't know what to tell you, but if you haven't read this series, go read it. Or maybe don't. Maybe wait till the 5th one comes out and then you have a whole series to read. Because yeah, very, very, very good series. So good. And it's Tahira Mafi, and the writing is just beautiful, and I love that it's inspired by Persian mythology, because I'm always looking for something different, because I'm reading very similar fantasy books all the time, and I wanted something different. I was like, nope, I'm gonna read from a person of color author, because she's, well, a different ethnicity, and she's obviously in a hijab author. So I was like, yep, we're gonna, because I love Shadami, so I read this, and it was Persian mythology, and it's like, you know, Arabic characters. Oh, I just love it. I just love it. So go read This Woven Kingdom, or just, if you want to read it and you want to wait and suffer in pain like the rest of us, then go read it now. If you want to wait for the 5th book, then wait for August 31st, which is apparently when it's coming out. So yeah, while I was getting them, I may as well just show you my copy of The Rose Bargain. Look at that gold foiling, and then look at the spine. Like, look at that gold foiling. That is insane. So I'm very excited to read this, but that's my copy of The Rose Bargain. I just thought I'd show you because I was putting back my This Woven Kingdom anyway, so I was like, oh, show them this. Guys, I'm up to my last anticipated release. That's crazy. Let me just get it up, because this one I'm super duper excited for, because I have this author's both of her series, but I've only read The Prison Healer. I haven't read Midorian Chronicles yet, but I have the whole series and I will be reading it. But so my next, I'm just searching up on Goodreads. It's taking me as well. There we go. Okay, so basically my last and final anticipated release for this year, currently, there'll probably be another one, is Shadow Reaper by Lynette Noni. I am so excited. It's coming in June, so not too far away, not too soon. It's like the perfect timing. I'm very excited for this one, and I actually don't know what it's about, but it's Lynette Noni, and she destroyed me with The Prison Healer, and I know she'll destroy me with the Midorian Chronicles, so I'm down. So I'm gonna try and read some of the blurb, because this is the first book in a new series. So yeah, never bargain with a Reaper. The city of Aravel is in peril, plagued by a deadly blackness that kills all it touches, and Reapers who roam the streets, stealing magic from innocent children in their thirst for power. And it's young adult. It's young adult because it's a 17-year-old. And I'm guessing it says here the Reaper Priest, which is like obviously the head Reaper of all this shit. And I'm guessing his assistant, or his most loyal follower, Reeve Ashton, is going to be the love interest. And I love the main character's name, Viridia Solus. Love that. Yes, such a cool name. Yeah, but I love that. It sounds so good. She's trying to avenge her parents, because the Reaper Priest killed her parents, because the parents are dead. Because when are the parents not dead? There's like never a book where the parents aren't dead. So, well, I'm super excited for this. Anything Lynette Noni writes, I'll be sat. I will be sat. Okay, I actually have one more anticipated release, but it's not my anticipated release, it's your anticipated release, and you know what it is. And that is book 2 of the Voltage Saga by me. It doesn't have a release date yet, and for all of you asking if it does, it actually doesn't. I haven't decided on a release date yet, so stop asking. Genuinely, like, I don't know when. I know it's gonna come sometime in the winter, my winter, so if you're American or European or anywhere in the northern hemisphere, it'll be summer for you. For me, it'll be winter, but so it'll be around July, August, earliest June, but it'll most likely be July, August. So yeah, so it doesn't have a release date, it doesn't have a cover, and by that I mean it, like, the cover hasn't even begun to be made yet, because my sibling is busy with their school, because they're in year 11 now, so they're busy with their school and they just haven't started it yet. They know they have to, like, I've asked them, but yeah, so they're gonna get started on it soon before we go away in April, so it's done, and then when I come back I can start getting ready to order copies and stuff. But yeah, and it doesn't have a release date, it doesn't have a cover yet, but it does have a name, but I haven't announced the name. And for all of you guys announcing when asking when I'll announce the name, I don't know. I'm planning to do it probably this month, so look out on my socials, look out on my TikTok, on my Instagram. But here's the thing, my TikTok's playing up at the moment. It's pissing me off because it's giving me no views, so I think I will announce the name after I fix my view problem on TikTok, and then I will announce it. But you guys are gonna love the name. I love it, it's so good. All of them, like my favorite name of, I have all the names for all the books, including the novellas, and my favorite name out of all of them, including the novellas, is probably book 4's and book 5's. Book 4's and book 5's are really good names. I've seen the comments and the messages to me, okay? I know you're upset at the ending of Storms of Vows, but it's not my fault. It is my fault, but anyway. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about book 2, as much as I can say without spoiling things. But I'm like Tom Holland, I can't keep my mouth shut, okay? Book 2 takes place 6 months after the events of book 1. So book 1 ended in August, book 2 takes place in, like, it starts in January, and it takes place over, well, end of January, like start of February, and it takes place over a couple months. And book 2, so basically if you've read book 1, if you haven't read book 1, then it is Storms of Vows centers around Skylar Roberts, who is 17 years old, and she has suddenly been bestowed power by the gods, and she can wield lightning, and she's also telekinetic as well, and she has no idea where this power came from, how she can control it. She has no clue what she's doing, okay? She's like a normal girl. She's just like every other girl. She's not like one of the ones who's like, I'm not like the other girls. No, she's just like every other girl. She's like, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So but yeah, and so book 2 takes place 6 months after the end of book 1, and if you've read book 1, you know how it ends. Very depressing, I'm sorry, but it's necessary for the plot. And I'm super excited because book 2 is much longer. Book 1 was 421 pages. Book 2 is indeed currently 519 pages, so it's like 100 pages more, but that is my final draft of it, my final writing of it, because my mum is editing it now, so she might want me to add more, she might say to take some out, but it is going to be a long book. It is going to be over 500 pages for sure, so you guys are going to be fed. And this book focuses a lot more on the world building. Like if you read book 1, it focuses very heavily on the romance, but book 2 focuses a lot more on building the world that they're in, and world building and the plot, and the main plot of the whole series starts to play a part, because book 1's kind of like setting up the tragic love story that comes in. Well, not tragic, but the love story, right? Setting up the love story. Book 2 is setting up the plot. Book 1 set up the love story, book 2 set up the plot, book 3, book 4, book 5 are gonna pull both together. And I loved writing book 2. It's definitely got some of my favorite scenes, like the masquerade ball scene. You guys are gonna love the masquerade ball scene. I love it so much, and it spans over like 6 chapters, so you're gonna get fed. And there's definitely bigger plot twists than the first one. You'll probably be like, what the hell? The ending, wow. Yeah, I'm super duper excited for you guys to read book 2, and I am super duper excited to announce the name eventually, because I love the name. It's so good, and it fits in with the story really well. And I've given my sibling the idea for the cover, and they're going to execute it as best to their ability, and hopefully my vision comes to life. But they agree with my vision and they think it's really cool, so I'm very excited for that. And yeah, keep your calendars for end of July and August open, because it's most likely going to be in one of those months. And yeah, so I'm super duper excited because I love book 2 so much. And also you will get a new point of view in book 2, not just Skylar's, and I think you all know whose point of view it's gonna be. Okay guys, that brings us to the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed me yapping about the upcoming releases that I'm excited for. And yeah, these were all fantasy releases because I don't read a lot of romance, and I do read the occasional mystery or thriller, but I'm not a big fan of them. So if you guys have any recommendations that you would like me to read, thriller, romantasy, romance, fantasy, whatever, if you have any upcoming releases that you're excited for, do let me know and I will see if I want to read them as well. But yeah, so if you want to see more of my content, then follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. I don't post a lot on Instagram, but I post more on TikTok. And if you also want to see more YouTube videos, then subscribe and leave a like and a comment down below. And I post every Tuesday, 10 AM West Australian Standard Time, which is my time, 10 AM every Tuesday. I'm not sure what that time is where you are because there's so many time zones. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you next week. Bye!